Welcome back, guys, and if you're here, you're probably missing some toads in Shogun Studios, so let me help you out. We're going to show you this first one right here by the entrance, which is pretty hard to miss. It's the obvious heart on the ground, but we're going to show you every other toad as well. There's a whole bunch, and it's easy to miss some in Shogun Studios and be at like 97% and wondering where is that last one, so I'm going to help you out. So you're going to go into this house here, and then you're going to hit this cushion, and there's going to be a cat, and you have to actually crush that cat with your hammer, which is, I know, hard to do, but if you want every toad, you're going to have to do it. So next one, you'll want to go into this house here, and you'll see a flower up in the corner of the room, which is looking mighty suspicious, and it's suspicious because it's a toad. So you're going to jump up here, hit it with your hammer, and free that fella, which will be yet another one in Shogun Studios. From there, we're going to head into the neighboring house here to the left, and in here, you're going to find a shy guy that is attacking this cabinet. You're going to sneak up behind him, kill him with your hammer, and open that cabinet to find that I guess he was stuffing 3 different toads into this thing. So after they come out, just make sure you hit each one of them with your hammer to get credit for the save. If you leave them crumpled on the ground, you're a monster, and you don't get credit for the save because of that. So make sure you hit them all with your hammer. For the next one, you're going to look for this lantern that has a toad wrapped around it. You're going to give it a little smack with your hammer, and that's going to free him and nab you another toad. After that, we're going to head over to this umbrella and just hit it with the hammer. There's a toad stuck in it, and then we're going to free it with that hit. That's another one. He's going to just chill on the bench there. The next one, after you've already hit a cat, now you're going to have to smash a dog. This game has no remorse for animals, apparently. Moving on, there's another one underneath this cushion here inside this restaurant, cafe slash type of building. After you flip the cushion, just hit it with your hammer, and you will free that toad. This is the area that has the shy guy with the straw. This building with the 3 doors here, go into the far right. And all these different barrels here that are on the ground or whatever these are, you're going to have to hit them all, and in total you want to get 4 toads in this area. So there's like a beetle and a couple bugs that came out here, a butterfly or whatever this guy was. Basically just keep hitting them all. There's the cricket until you get all 4. The last one is the one that isn't a bug. It's actually a bonsai tree, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Hit that with your hammer, and that's the 4 toads in this room. From this room, you can jump onto the dresser at the back wall, crack the wall open, and actually get into this this second room that was blocked from the outside. You couldn't get into it because the shy guy was holding the door closed. Hit the little fish shape here in the middle and free the toad, and then you're free to bash the shy guy so that you can come in through the door. In the far left room, you're going to want to expose this question mark block to be able to jump up here and nab the flower, which is actually a toad, and that'll also get you a question mark block if you hadn't got that one yet. This one's pretty obvious. There's a toad head right on this sign, which is actually a toad. Just give it a smack with your hammer, and you'll nab that one. For the next one, go to the shuriken building, and one of the shurikens that are in the target up here is actually a toad. You just have to be on the boxes to be able to hit him, and then you can free him. The next one is this dragonfly that's flying around. Just keep an eye out for him in the area, and when he gets within range, smack him with your hammer. Likewise, there's another dragonfly in this area here near the secret employee building. Give that a smack with your hammer, and you'll save that one. This lantern in this area is going to be shining or glowing. If you give it a smack with the hammer, it'll expose one of these magic circles for the 1,000-fold arms. You just have to aim your arms up towards this one white lantern up here and give it a few hits, and a toad is going to pop out, and you will save him. Again, a lot of work for one toad. We're having to use the magic circle, but we've seen a few of those already, so nothing new. We have another lantern on the other side that is white. You just have to use these crates on the left to be able to get up here and save him, and then that will be the back-to-back toads on the lanterns up here above the house. Afterwards, if you go into this building on the right, you'll get into this room that is completely void of pretty much anything. However, the sand houses a little secret. If you go onto it and hit it with your hammer, there are actually 3 toads hiding in the sand. Not sure how they were surviving and breathing under there, but the world's made out of paper, so who am I to start asking questions, really? Let's go into this house here, and there's 4 lanterns here. Every single lantern is hiding a toad, so you need to hit every single one with your hammer to free each and every one of them. These are easy ones to grab, so just go through them all. They all say different variations of I can't, I cannot. After that, you're going to want to go into this building here with the camera on top of the sign, and inside there's a toad in this photo frame on the left. That's actually a real toad, not a photo. So you're going to want to give him a hit with the hammer to save him and expose the actual photo underneath. From there, you'll want to go into this building here on the left of this alley. And in here, there is a toad stuck in the clothing on the right. There's also a chest in here if you hadn't grabbed it yet, but this is the toad guide, so you're obviously looking for the little toad fella. Grab him, save him, and move on. The next one is on top of the camera building. If you actually hit this sign, it'll flip around, and there's a toad that's hiding on the other side of the sign. You probably saw it from the ground when you're walking by. You can kind of tell there's a toad up there, but you have to be on this awning to be able to save him. For the next one, you want to drop down to this bottom area, and there's a couple Goombas that are terrorizing a toad. You'll have to get into a battle with them. Once they're defeated, you can pull the sticker off of the gate and free the toad, and also gain access to this area for yourself. Moving on from this one, we go into the staff building, and inside here there's a few different toads. So this one's pretty obvious right here on the little cabinets on the left. Just hit him with your hammer to save him. There's 3 other toads in this room. It's a pretty small room to house 4 toads, but there are 4 in total. The next one, you'll want to go to the lockers in the bottom back left there. And the far left one, there's a toad kind of just chilling there. He doesn't even seem to be stuck. So unless that locker was locked, I think this guy was literally just trying to, get out of his shift or something. I don't know what he was doing. Regardless, open the locker, save him, and move on. The next one you can kind of see in that garbage can in the back there. He's twitching a lot. He really wants to get out of there. So all you got to do is hit the can with your hammer, and he pops out. And he'll give you a little spiel about the missing master key. And the last one in this room is stuck in a Goomba's mouth. He's in one of the paper mache heads here. And after you save him, he'll actually give you access to gain all 3 of the paper mache heads that you see there: the Donkey Kong, the Samus, and the Goomba. Alright, so after you've cleared the way from the Chain Chomp, you can actually come into this little, I guess the Chain Chomp's house, whatever this is, and use your hammer to free a toad from this area here. After that, you can head over to the fishing game now, because you have access to it. And like all the fishing games, the first one you're going to want to try to catch is the toad that's in the water. So he's just on this side over here. He's hiding behind the big, huge fish. It's the one that kind of has the different look from all the other Cheeps. I used to think that it was always the first one you fished up, but apparently I was just getting super lucky on which one was biting my line first. After you fish it up, hit it with your hammer, and you will save that toad. Alright, so after you clear this not-so-bottomless hole to open up the sensor lab for Shogun Studios, you can just go in here, and just like all the sensor labs, there is a toad stuck in his own machine. So give him a pull, save him, and you'll not only get the toad, you'll also have access to the fast travel now using these sensor labs. Alright, so in the shop here, after you have the master key, you can use the master key on the back gate, and then head upstairs. When you're up here, you'll see the door shaking in the back, so just close the door, and you'll see that he was actually stuck in the partition kind of between both doors, and he'll be saved now, and you can move on to the next one, which is at the bell tower. You gotta hit the bell 30 times to free the toad. So go through all 30 hits. I sped it up here obviously for you. A crumpled piece of paper will come up, and hit it with your hammer, and that is another toad freed. After that, you'll want to head out to this building here, head in, and you'll notice that this little shield on the right is kind of twitching. Hit it with your hammer, and a toad will fall out. And then lastly, this is the last toad I got. You'll notice from my hit points, I came back way later. For whatever reason, I missed this fan. I don't know why. It's the fan that's pretty obviously on this dresser here. Hit that with your hammer, and that is the final toad. Hope this video helped you out. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.